This is my resub for assignment 1 in the practical team sport unit. I will talk about and explain the points that I missed out from my first submission. Firstly, football. What counts as out of play? The ball in football counts as out of play when it goes out of any of the 4 sidelines. This will either be the goal line at either end where the goals are placed, or either sideline on the side. The whole ball must be over the white line for it to be counted as out of play. How long is a game and how is it structured? A standard game of football lasts 90 minutes, 45 minutes each half. The fourth official can add on added time to each half if they think it's appropriate. Normally, if there has been goals, injuries or substitutions, added time will apply. In some games, extra time may have to be played if it is a draw after 90 minutes. Extra time lasts for 30 minutes of 2 15-minute halves. Penalties may also have to take place if it is still a draw after extra time too. How to score a goal? You score a goal in football by either kicking or heading the whole ball over the goal line and in between the 2 posts and crossbar that are joined together to form a goal. What is the width and height of the goal? The inner edges of the post must be 8 yards apart and the lower edge of the crossbar must be 8 foot above the ground. Describing the fouls. Fouls and misconduct in football are acts committed by players which are deemed by the referee to be unfair and are subsequently penalised. An offence may be a foul, misconduct, or both on the nature of the offence and the circumstances in which it occurs. A foul can result in receiving a yellow or red card as a punishment. If you obviously get a red card, it means you get sent off, and if you get 2 yellow cards, that results in a red card too. On to my scenarios. So, in this first scenario, the linesman has put up his flag to signal the striker who put the ball into the back of the net was offside, as you can see. I'm in total disagreement with this decision, as you can clearly see in the replay that the ball is passed backwards to the player who kicked it in the goal. The rules clearly state that you can't be offside if you pass the ball backwards to a player, and in this case the player is behind. And in this case the player was behind the player who had the ball. Therefore, he shouldn't have been offside, and the goal should have stood. The goal will not stand, and the game will be restarted with a free kick in line with the linesman who put his flag up and where the player who was offside was. If this goal stood like it should have, then the score would have been 2-0 and the team would have been in a much more comfortable position, but instead they are now only still 1-0 up. In this second scenario, an Arsenal player has been fouled on the edge of the box by being tackled by an opponent who didn't win the ball and caught his legs. The referee has awarded a free kick, which was the correct thing to do, so I do agree with his decision here. I agree because, like I previously stated, the Arsenal player got tackled by an opponent and he didn't actually get the ball. Therefore, a foul has been committed and a free kick is awarded. The game will restart by the free kick being taken. The ref will mark with some spray where the ball is to be placed. This is where the foul was committed, and will then walk back 10 yards in the direction of the goal to mark where the wall must stand, and they shouldn't move any closer to the goal. The player that committed the foul will most likely get a yellow card in that situation because they are so close to the attacking goal and preventing a goal scoring opportunity. Scenario 3. In this third scenario, an Arsenal player has been fouled again. However, this tackle has resulted in a red card because of how dangerous the challenge was on the player. I agree with the decision that the referee has made because, as you can see in the video, the Chelsea player loses control of the ball and takes a heavy touch. The Arsenal player meets the ball and kicks it past the Chelsea player, who then jumps off his feet with the studs showing and goes into the Arsenal player at his ankles. This is a very dangerous tackle, and the referee is correct in giving him a straight red card for the dangerous challenge. He didn't get contact with the ball and went straight through the player. When the ref has blown his whistle for the foul and shown the Chelsea player the red card and sent him off, he should then restart the game with a free kick for Arsenal. If the referee was unsure on what to do, he could go to his assistant official on the line and ask him. The Chelsea player who got sent off will now be suspended for 3 games, as it was a straight red shown. The rule state if tackler goes and studs up off the ground, it is a dangerous tackle and a red card should be shown. On to cricket. What is a dead ball? A dead ball in cricket is normally when the ball has reached the wicket keeper after the ball has been bowled. It will be classed as a dead ball if there aren't any possible chances for a run out or stumping. This applies when fielding as well. The ball will be classed dead once it has been thrown into the bowler or wicket keeper without any chances for a run out. When the ball is dead, no run outs or stumpings can be completed. What was the timers of the game? Depending on which format of cricket you are playing, depends on how long the game will last. If you're playing a T20 format game, each innings lasts approximately an hour and 15 minutes each, unless obviously the batting team get all out before the allocated overs have been bowled. In a 50 over format, each innings lasts approximately 3 hours and 15 minutes each, unless again the batting team get out before the 50 overs are bowled. In a test match or 4-day match, there is no time limit to an innings. If a team really wanted to, they could bat all 4 or 5 days. This is very unlikely, however. A team normally gets bowled out or declared to then bowl at the other team. In a normal day of a test match or 4-day match, there is a maximum of 90 overs bowled in a day. This is split into 3 sessions: the morning, afternoon and evening session. Each of these sessions lasts 2 hours, with lunch being a 40-minute break and tea being a 20-minute break. What are the height of the wickets? The overall width of each wicket is 9 inches. Each stump is 28 inches tall, with maximum and minimum diameters of 1.5 inches and 1 3/8 inches. Are there any specific dimensions for a bat? The length of the bat may be no more than 38 inches and the width with no more than 4.25 inches. What size should the ball be? Cricket balls for use in the men's game when new shall weigh no less than 5.5 ounces and no more than 5 3/4 ounces. They shall measure no less than 22.4 centimetres and no more than 22.9 centimetres in circumference. On to the scenarios. In this first scenario, the Pakistan bowler has bowled a no ball and it's been signalled by the umpire by putting one arm out straight after they have noticed it. I agree with the umpire in this case because you can clearly see in the replay that the bowler's front foot is over the white line by quite a bit, nearly 2 feet lengths. It states in the rules that if a bowler's foot is over the crease, then this is deemed as a no ball. This will result in an extra run for the batting team plus any other runs they hit off the actual ball that's bowled to. There will also be an extra ball bowled to the over, as the no ball is classed as an illegal delivery, so an extra ball has to be bowled. On to my second scenario. In this second scenario, Jason Roy has been given out for obstructing the ball whilst running. The South Africans have thrown the ball at the non-striker's end whilst Roy was running to attempt. Whilst Roy was running to attempt to run him out. The ball hit Roy in the leg when it got thrown, and the South Africans appealed for it as obstructing the wicket. The umpires came together and decided to give Roy out. I'm in disagreement with the umpires here. Originally, Roy went to run before being sent back by his partner on On his turn, he went across to the other side of the wicket to make it easier for him to run whilst turning, and this caused the obstruction to happen. Personally, I think it's unfair on him, and he shouldn't have been out, but it's the umpire's call. People getting out because of obstruction doesn't happen very often, and it's personally down to the umpires to make the decision on whether it is out or not. Both umpires did come together and take it to the third umpire, but there was nothing that could have been changed. The decision stood as out, and this meant Roy had to depart and a new batsman came in. Play will resume as normal. The rules do state that if a batsman is obstructing the ball hitting the wickets, then he should be given out. But the umpires do have a big call to make themselves. I just personally think it was unfair on Roy. On to my third and final scenario. In this third scenario, Josh Buttler has hit 6. You can clearly see this in the video, that Josh has hit the ball over the boundary rope without it bouncing inside that rope before going over it. The rules state that if a batsman hits a legal delivery over the boundary rope, it's classed as 6 runs. Therefore, this means that it is classed as 6 runs. You can't see it in the video, but the umpire should signal 6 to the scorers by putting both arms up straight in the air. After this shot has been played, 6 runs will get added to the team score and also added to Josh's personal score. And after, play will resume as normal. That's the end of my resub mission for Practical Team 1. Thank you.